In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we are going to check out the top 5 best Windows laptops in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these Windows laptops, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the MSI GS65 Stealth. The MSI GS65 Stealth would be a top choice for everyone who is looking for a gaming laptop that is running on Windows, and has a refresh rate of 144 Hz. From a design perspective, the Stealth sports an excellent build quality, and looks even better, due to the fact that the unit's chassis was made of a sandblasted aluminum alloy that is finished in matte black, and followed by golden accents that are present around the back, the ports, the sides, and around the touchpad. On the left of the chassis, you can find 2 USB 3.0 ports, an Ethernet jack, as well as a headphone and mic jacks, while on the right, there is a USB-C port with Thunderbolt 3, an HDMI port, single mini display port, and yet another USB 3.0 port, so you will be more than well equipped. In addition, when you open the lid, you will instantly see the luxurious touchpad and the RGB keyboard that was made by SteelSeries, which offers per-key RGB customization, so all you have to do is just take an advantage of the included SteelSeries Engine 3 software. According to the users, both of the keyboard and the touchpad are highly responsive, and they are capable enough to register every action you make. However, I'd recommend you use an external mouse, because we all know that gaming on a touchpad isn't that good. But now, let's talk about the performance. The GS65 Stealth has an ultra-thin 15.6-inch IPS display with a maximum resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels, an aspect ratio of 16:9, response rate of 7 milliseconds and a refresh rate of 144 Hz, which means that your gaming experience couldn't be better. Moreover, this particular model is powered by an i7-8750H processor, while the other components include a GTX 1060 graphics card, 16 GB of RAM, 256 GB SSD, and the well-known Cooler Boost Trinity, which is composed of 3 fans and 4 heat pipes, that will guarantee you a smooth gaming experience, on dozens of games that you will play. Overall, you should definitely consider the MSI GS65 Stealth as your next purchase, because it looks gorgeous, and performs exceptionally good. Moving on, at number 4, we have the Alienware AW17R4. The Alienware AW17R4 is oriented towards hardcore gamers, that would like to taste the benefits of having a laptop that has an exclusive hardware, and G-Sync enabled screen that has a refresh rate of 120 Hz. From a design perspective, the Alienware 17 boasts a sturdy construction, made of a solid anodized aluminum and magnesium alloy, finished in space gray, which in my opinion, gives the laptop a real extraterrestrial look. At the back, there is a triangular line with the company's logo positioned at the top, while at the bottom, there is the upgraded ventilation system, which will ensure that your laptop will always be cooled properly. Along the sides, there are the connectivity ports, which are composed of 2 USB 3.0 ports, single USB 3.1 Type-C port, an HDMI port, a DisplayPort, single USB 3.1 Thunderbolt 3 port, and a killer gigabit Ethernet port, so if you check these specs closely, this laptop will surely have you completely immersed to the game you play. Moving on, both the keyboard and the touchpad have an excellent build quality, and according to the users, they sit gently under your fingertips, so regardless if you're gaming or typing, every action you make will be captured instantly. But now, let's talk about the performance. This particular model comes with an exclusive hardware, that consists of a quad-core i7 processor, NVIDIA GTX 1080, 32 GB of RAM, 256 GB SSD, so you can't simply ask for more, since you can play most of the games on high and ultra-high settings. In addition, its 17-inch TN screen is G-Sync enabled, has a maximum resolution of 2560 by 1440, 400 nits of brightness on one side, while on the other, its refresh rate of 120 Hz, means that the delivered visuals will be extremely defined, and will look lifelike. I would also want to add that this laptop has a built-in Tobii eye tracking as well, which means that you can play the games that are compatible with this technology without any problem, so you will never be restricted in terms of gaming. To conclude, the Alienware AW17R4 would be a great choice for you, and if you ever decide to purchase it, you would never regret that decision. Next up, at number 3, we have the HP Spectre X360 13T. The HP Spectre X360 13T is an amazing 13.3-inch, 2-in-1 laptop that packs an exclusive hardware and sleek design, which means that it can meet the demands of many different customers. From a design perspective, this particular model sports a convertible 2-in-1 construction, finished in dark ash silver, with golden accents that are present at the hinges, the sides of the main body, the sides of the lid, as well as on the engraved HP logo, so when you see it as a whole, it looks exceptionally beautiful. The connectivities are numerous, and they are positioned along the sides of the body, so you can USB Type-C ports with support for Thunderbolt 3, one headphone and microphone combo, single USB 3.1 Gen 1 port, a micro SD card reader, which is great. When it comes to the keyboard and the touchpad, I would like to inform you that both of them feel soft under your fingertips, and both of them are highly responsive, so every gesture you make will be registered accurately. But now, let's talk about the performance. One of the best things about this model is its 13.3-inch IPS, Full HD touchscreen, that delivers vibrant and consistent colors, from wide viewing angles, which is great, due to the fact that you will always have a clear sight on everything you do. Before we move to the next section, I'd also want to inform you that the touchscreen is WLED backlit, and it is protected by a Corning Gorilla Glass NBT, so you shouldn't worry if you ever accidentally drop the laptop on the floor. Moreover, the specs are exclusive as I've stated at the beginning, or to be more precise, this unit consists of a quad-core i7 processor, a UHD graphics, 16GB of RAM, and 512GB SSD, which will definitely make your user experience enjoyable. Another great thing about this laptop is its battery, which has an average life of 7 hours, but if you think that it isn't sufficient for your needs, then you can always take an advantage of the charger, so everything will be fine. Overall, you should definitely consider the HP Spectre X360 13T, if you want to invest in a quality laptop that looks as good as it performs. Moving on, at number 2, we have the Microsoft Surface Book 2. The Microsoft Surface Book 2 would be an extremely good option for you, especially if you're looking for a laptop that looks and feels premium. From a design perspective, features a sleek 2-in-1 convertible construction that is finished in silver, and accompanied by 2 fulcrum hinges that will let you use the laptop in 4 modes, such as a regular laptop, studio, view, and in a tablet mode, so you can use it literally however you want. At the back, you can see the Microsoft logo, which looks very sleek, while at the sides, there are 2 USB 3.1 ports, single USB 3.1 Type-C port, an SD card reader, 3.5mm audio jack, and the Magnetic Surface Connect, which stands for power and data. In addition, its keyboard is fantastic, since it can be detached easily, so the transformation between modes will be butter smooth, and you wouldn't have to put much effort. I would also want to add that users are really satisfied by the typing experience that they've had with the keyboard, due to the fact that the keys are very soft, and they have a decent travel, so you can type accurately without missing any key. On the other side, its touchpad is even more praised, due to the fact that its glass surface does not only look good, but it is exceptionally responsive. But now, let's talk about the performance. This particular model is powered by an Intel i7 quad-core processor, has 512GB of storage, 16GB of RAM and a GTX 1050 GPU, which means that the laptop is equally good for gaming and productivity. Moreover, I would also want to admit that the 13.5-inch PixelSense touchscreen has a maximum resolution of 3000 by 2000 pixels, with a density of 267 pixels per inch, an aspect ratio of 3:2, and a contrast ratio of 1600:1, so everything you see will look sharp and clear. Before we end, I'd like to mention that the battery life can last up to 17 hours according to Microsoft, but in practice, this may vary. Either way, users claim that the battery can last really long. To conclude, you should consider the Microsoft Surface Book 2 as your next purchase, because this laptop is a true gem. And finally, at number 1, we have the Huawei MateBook X Pro. The Huawei MateBook X Pro is currently one of the greatest choices, due to the fact that this laptop packs 2K screen, with an exclusive hardware, that will elevate your user experience to a whole new level. From a design perspective, the MateBook X comes in 2 colors from which you can choose, such as a space gray that we are currently reviewing and a prestige gold, but no matter of your choice, both of them look fascinating. This particular model is finished in silver, and features a machined aluminum body that makes the laptop incredibly lightweight and portable, and most of the users associate its look as the one of the MacBook Pro. When you open the lid, you will instantly notice the large touchpad which is positioned at the bottom, and thanks to its smooth surface, all of your swipes will be registered quickly, so your navigation will be drastically improved. Slightly above, there is the water-resistant keyboard that integrates a fingerprint reader with the intention to let you have a password-free authentication to the system. In addition, the keys themselves are large and soft, so you can type quickly and accurately, without any problem, even though it isn't backlit. On the left of the chassis, you can find a headphone jack, and a USB-C port, while on the right, there is only one USB-C port. Finally, the screen. Well, its 2K IPS screen is exceptionally beautiful and powerful, thanks to its 4.4mm narrow bezel that offers 88% screen-to-body ratio, so you will see every single detail. Huawei has even integrated a Corning Gorilla Glass to maximize the protection, so you shouldn't worry about anything. Now, let's talk about the features. This particular model comes with an Intel i5 processor, Intel HD graphics 620, 8GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD, which means that you can have plenty of apps running at the same time, without noticing a decrease in the laptop's performance. The battery life is expected to last around 8 hours, but in practice, this may vary because everything depends on the workload. Overall, the Huawei is a must-have for everyone who wants to invest in a powerful laptop with a 2K screen. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these Windows laptops, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.